Hi everyone, I've received a number of requests to do some videos on the tips, tricks, and methodologies of the different Steel Challenge stages. In the future, I plan to do more in-depth breakdowns of the individual stages. But for now, I wanted to focus on a specific category of shooting that I find common among Showdown, Roundabout, and Smoke and Hope. These are widely regarded as the most speed-focused stages, in which you don't typically gain a lot of time, but you can absolutely lose the match on these. Now, before I get started properly, I would like to state that these are my opinions, and you can absolutely shoot these stages very successfully using different methodologies and techniques. This is just simply how I do it. Starting with Showdown, I'd like to highlight the rationale behind my shooting order, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. Now, the overarching theme behind shot order is minimizing the number of transitions. But there is also a special consideration for the first shot, which can generally be defined as having the most biomechanically simple transition from the start cone to the first target. Now, this thought process applies to all of the stages I will be discussing today, with one small exception which I will discuss. For Showdown in particular, I like to start by shooting the first 2 targets in a quick pair, followed by the remaining 3 in one fluid motion.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Now, another piece of general information I'd like to give is starting off at a slightly reduced speed. This will help you connect 5 good shots early on in your stage and help you find that day's limits and operate within them.
Stand by.
And as you establish consistent and well-scoring strings, you can begin to accelerate toward the end. Now, from the other shooting position on Showdown, my approach is exactly the same, but mirrored, maintaining that biomechanically efficient first shot followed by that double, triple shot process.
Are you ready? Stand by.
The last thing I'd like to say about Showdown is to really use the whole shooting box to your advantage. As a general rule, I like to stand as far left in the box on the right-hand side as possible and as far right in the box on the left-hand side as possible. This slightly reduces the angular transitions between the 18 by 24 inch plates and the 10-inch rounds on both sides.
132.
Finish the load, show clear.
Moving on to Smoke and Hope, I like to start by standing as far back in the shooting box as possible to help counteract the rather substantial side-to-side transitions required on this stage. Smoke and Hope is also unique in that I don't follow the doctrine of minimizing the number of transitions, as my typical shooting order is 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. I've found that shooting it in this order makes the first shot much more comfortable, and in fact a fair bit faster. In my experience, I have found that the time gained on my first shot makes up for the added transition. The secondary benefit is that if I miss plates 2 or 3, I can very easily re-engage as I'm coming back through them, without losing much time at all. The last piece of technical advice I would like to give for this stage is to set up my natural point of aim on the stop plate. It is the least forgiving shot of the bunch, and therefore I believe stands to benefit the most from an ideal shooting position.
Bye.
And right there is the example of needing to re-engage plate number 3, and the resulting efficiency in my re-engagement of that plate.
136.
And lastly, we have Roundabout. My shooting order on this stage is 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. And the movement I like to focus on is a smooth triple tap across the first 3 targets, adding a special emphasis for a very quick transition between shots 1 and 2. I then treat the remaining 2 targets as a quick double tap, taking special care to stabilize on target 3 on my way by, as it is, in my experience, the most commonly missed target on this stage. I also like to position my natural point of aim for plate number 3, the back right target, for the same reason. And my position in the shooting box is typically forward and right, to make the targets feel just a little bit bigger and to benefit from a more efficient angular transition.
Stand by. 140.
Roundabout is a stage where attempting to go too quickly can very easily destroy your score. So I typically like to focus on a competition speed of 90 to 95% of my maximum practice speed. This helps me maintain consistency at the cost of a little bit of speed, and stay comfortably in the 135 to 145 range rather than risking it for 125s or faster.
Stand by. 143.
The example footage was captured at the Calgary and District Target Shooters Association in Milo, Alberta,
142.
and the equipment used is a Sterling Arms R9 with FH munitions 124 grain. Thank you for watching, and if you have any specific questions regarding how I shoot Steel Challenge or any other sport, leave a comment below and I will attempt to answer it in the next relevant video. Have a great day and I'll see you guys at the range.